Can you actually work at a big tech company and still have a work-life balance? That's the debate this week after a lengthy feature in the New York Times exposed Amazon's workplace practices and has everybody talking. If you haven't read the report, it features interviews with current and former Amazon employees. They describe the environment as 100-hour work weeks with little to no sympathy for personal crises, and a dystopian environment where data measures every element of your employee performance. All of this to make sure that you're the most optimal employee. And if you're not, well, you just may not last. While everyone has shamed the retail giant, I can't help but wonder if Amazonian culture is really all that different from another large company. Don't we live in a society of workaholics anyway? As anyone who works at a startup would tell you, it's blood, sweat, and tears that go into building a company, not to mention time. That's the trade-off you make when building something from the ground up. I hope the equity helps. Meanwhile, Sheryl Sandberg tells everyone to lean into their careers and their ambitions. But how far is too far to lean in, and where do you draw the line? Should I freeze my eggs? You know, if I worked at Facebook, they would foot the bill. Let's not forget Patrick Pichette, Google's longtime CFO who stepped down earlier this year. He highlighted his reasons why in this memo to the company. We give a lot to our jobs. I certainly did. And while I am not looking for sympathy, I want to share my thought process because so many people struggle to strike the right balance between work and personal life. You can argue that Silicon Valley companies are moving towards a more life-friendly approach when it comes to the workplace. Just recently, Netflix broadened its parental leave policies, which inspired companies like Microsoft and even Adobe to do the same. Some say that these tech companies are offering these perks in order to attract more talent. But does that really change their whole work hard, play hard mentality? We've all heard the stories of how long it takes to design new products, new code, new design. It's what makes it exciting for some to join a startup. Disruption, big ideas, no fear of failure. That's why so many people are excited to build products that people are going to use. And for some, that will take priority over everything else. It may take months or maybe years. How do you manage your work-life balance? Let us know using #29thFloor.